good? You can do what you want to do as long as you got dreams to go for. They say they can't stop me. They can't stop me. I'ma go hard. They can't stop me. Must I remind y'all? Intimidators trying to bring me down. I love it when you turn my frown upside down. They can't stop me. I'ma go hard. They can't. You can do what you want to do as long as you got dreams to go for. They say they can't stop me. They can't stop me. I'ma go hard. They can't stop me. Must I remind y'all? Intimidators trying to bring me down. I love it when you turn my frown upside down. They can't stop me. I'ma go hard. They can't stop me. Must I remind y'all? All right. We live. I'm ShaDee Rahking Dohunne with my right-hand man, 100 grand, Big Mugs.
Big Mugs, a.k.a. J. Wise, YK. What's up, man?
What's good with you, brother? It's been a long time coming, man. So, honored to have you here, man, and want to be making this thing happen more often, brother, because, we got massive history, man. So, the people need to hear what we got to say. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, man. Let's talk about it, baby.
Yeah,
let's get the ballistics, man.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah. Let's go with what you was talking about. You mentioned something when we were talking earlier about, being in the gym, see the ladies, and sometimes just want to, how you doing, miss? How just being friendly, basically. And it appears like, even on the street, the sisters, we don't want to say the sisters are angry or mean or nothing like that, but we want to address an issue that we think, as men need to be addressed, because every time a brother speak, a brother ain't actually trying to holler. Right. You dig? So sometimes, and I've been victim of it myself, like, how you doing, miss? And I get the frown. You know what I mean? I get the mean mug. And I'm wondering, like, was it me? Did I come across wrong? Or was it them? Was it something that they was dealing with? They was having a bad day or something, So what's your take on that?
Well, in today's society, it's like the mentality, bro. You feel me? We get fed so much information that we're totally confused with what's being polite, what's being courteous, what's being mindful to what's being disrespectful, what's being you trying to hit on me. I ain't got time for that. We go through the cycle today, man, whereas we are taught and we are conditioned to not accept certain things from certain individuals. Like, for instance, you spoke on the gym. We go to the gym.
Right.
The women go to the gym to look good.
Right.
Maybe for their own purposes, but in the whole, as a general in life, they're gonna look good.
Absolutely.
So you take the average dude or the average guy. See, we go back. So we go. See, we're brought up with the ethics of saying how you doing, speaking.
Yeah, being respectable.
Being complimentary. You feel me?
Right.
That's our culture. That's where we come from. Being respectful. You know what I'm saying? In today's society, that's like embedded in them like that's being disrespectful. Oh, also, a lot of it comes from a lot of cultural, not cultural, a lot of religious, um, um, a lot of religious, what's the word I'm looking for? Rituals, right?
Okay.
That also plays the role of mentality that you can't speak to me, or when you do speak to me, you're being disrespected, or even if you speak to me, it's disrespectful. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, now there for example, when you said that, it automatically put me in the mind of, you know, when I first, took the Shahada and became Muslim, and the way that, we were being taught with the ritual of lower your gaze, and the women was like, you couldn't speak to a man. So is that more what you're saying, like something like that?
Well, all those things, everything implements, or everything is put in front of us. Rituals can help you, and they can hurt you. You understand? Religion can help you, or it can hurt you, like anything else in life.
Right,
um it's a perception of when whatever one receives. When it comes to like speaking to a woman or a young lady or whatever, however you ever want to see it, when they look nice and they go get dressed up and they put the makeup on, back in the day, they want the compliment of all that work and that effort. They
right,
receive the compliment. They
right,
accept it only as a compliment, not as a disrespect, or not as you trying to hit on me. But this is the mentality as it was raised up, because they understood the man. They understood the men. In today's society, the man is displayed in such a manner where they don't really understand the man. It's only what they've been told. So they only see us in like one way, really, in one light. So they can turn us off or turn us on. So now if we ask, or not even ask, if we say, "Oh, how you doing today? You look all right," they'll look at us like we crazy. Like, you don't
right,
have the right to speak to me. And this is not even a practice in any ritual. This not
right,
even
right.
having nothing to do with religion. This is the mindset of, even if you nice, even if you being polite, you can't speak to me.
Okay. Let's
I'm not get, I didn't do this for you. I
right.
did this for who I want to speak to me, not you. And
Okay.
that's where we at.
Now, so do you think that's okay? They're looking for, like the baller type. You know what I mean? If I say you in the gym, you got a rollie on, you know, you working out with your rollie, they see that, they see your Rolex or something like that. Or you in the street, you know, you got all the name brand stuff on, and it looks like you got money. Now, do you think that make those type of individuals get a different response compared to the brother that got his uniform on, just came home from work, got his uniform on, or the construction? You got your boots, got your jeans, you got your shirt on, and you look, how you doing, sister? You know what I mean? You look lovely
Well,
today. So
well,
do
I
you
don't,
think?
I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't perceive it to be that, because in today's society, how it is, it's like really the women is in such a position financially where they don't really cling to a dude with flashy stuff. That's not really where they at. They're more
Okay.
like in just a controlled basis that I could choose who I want, when I want, how I want.
Oh,
In today's
okay.
society, they don't look at it, where I'm at. They don't look at, because you have so many strong independent women,
Right,
financially gained. You understand?
right.
So and they will welcome a brother that has his own. They will welcome a brother that's. It's not about like what they do, they see, or do they want, because they now be it's different than before. Women wants to take care of themselves and want you to be able to take care of you and take care of them if they need you.
Okay.
and put in a position. But there's most women are very independent, even though they will allow us to do our duty by taking care of them. They still very independent, in today's society. So I think it's just the power of being confused with I can choose who I want, and I could be, and then being polite to a brother that's just speaking to you, or just the seeing of your natural beauty and saying, "How you doing, sister? How's it going?" So ritually, everybody's divided again because, if you're a Muslim, you're told like you can't speak to this woman, you can't do this, and you can't do that, based on the ritual of how things are, because it leads to one thing leads to another. You understand?
Right.
But we also have to understand that you your perception of one thing leads to another ain't realistic in life and everywhere you go. Just because someone looks at someone or speaks to someone doesn't mean that that person is leading to go somewhere or to do anything. You understand?
Yeah. Now, shouldn't we apply some like you mentioned being a Muslim? Shouldn't we apply some of it as cultural, our cultural
Well,
background?
that's that. See, and this is another thing. When you practice any religion, all religions have a ritual. Life has rituals. Everything has ritual. When you go to the gym, you got a ritual of how you work out. Everything you got some type of organization that you're going to commit to, that you're going to practice this, and this going to exercise is going to get you to the next level. Some things are going to protect you, and you're going to use them to protect you, and some things, it's not. So when it comes to like the ritual aspect of it, you have to see like culturally, we are speaking culture. We're
Right.
used to speaking to the women in a
Absolutely.
manner with respect. Now, for
Right.
instance, I'll give it to you like this. I could go to the gym one day, right? Uh uh and no kufi or nothing. You feel me? I could throw on whatever, go in there, go do my thing and speak. And I could be like, people be like, ugh. But then I go in there with the kufi on, the beard out. I could speak to the same people, and they be like, "Oh, how you doing?"
Mm.
Because they too, without being Muslim, they applying that I'm applying a ritual that's going to give them that level of respect. But culturally, it's been taken away from them to see us like that. So now we got to apply some type of religion, right? Other
Right.
than ourselves, right? So
Right.
that ritual could be respected by me saying, "Oh, how you doing?" Because some women will come up to you and be like, "Why you can't speak to women? Why you can't just say hi? Why your religion allow that? Why do you just can't speak?" But now, if I
Right.
just speak to you, I can't speak to you if I'm just culturally speaking to you.
Mm. Yeah, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep though, because
You feel me?
I mean, when you look at it just from that standpoint, right, and you look at it from the point of okay, men and women in our culture seem to have a lot of other complications, and I think based on what you're saying, it stems from that type of, that type of interaction because women have a tendency to get information from other women about men. So when you go into another woman, yeah, my man doing X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. The woman, what does she know? She know about as much as you know from whatever her experience is with whatever men she deal with. Now, if you were truly,
But ain't that? But isn't that the same for us also? I mean, it's like
it's this. I was
we
going to
can't
get to that.
pinpoint one thing
No,
because
I
if
was going to get to that.
okay,
Yeah, I was gonna get to, yeah, we do the same thing. And this is why we have so much difficulty when it comes to interacting with each other because the majority of the times, we only interact with each other if we're interested in taking it further. So therefore, we're not being open and honest all the time because face it, if you interested in somebody, you're gonna put your best foot forward. And so are they. But now
But see,
if you
that's where it becomes frustrating for the woman. You understand? Then your greeting don't become original or realistic based on what she's used to. Because the ritual of just being polite and brothers being polite and sisters responding and welcoming that ritual has been dead. That ritual has been taken away. So now it's like, even though like every position changes, and the positions in life changes, women life position change, as men life position changes, but the ritual has been taken away of, I could hold the door for you, I could be polite. Sometimes like you be hearing this stuff on the internet, on the social media, where the girl be like, he took me here, he should have took me here, he should have took me there, he should have took me there. She's forgetting the fact that he's putting forth a ritual of politeness, but she's engaging in what she's worth. Like, I should have went to this spot. I should have went, forgetting the fact that he's being polite. He's being courteous. He's being mindful. He's being a cultural way of how our whole culture is. It's like, yo, I'm gonna take her out. We're gonna get a drink or pop up something to eat, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna just chat or whatever. Them days, like, no, I want to go here. I want to go there. Now these things are applied now. The ritual of being just mindful, polite, courteous. Those things
right,
are gone now. So when you engage in them, it's like it's a crime. So and it's on both ends. It's like, how about the ritual of a man? Oh, I took her out. She don't want to put out. What
okay,
what are
there
you
we
talking
go.
about?
Right.
Before you had to coach so many days and you had to wait so long, bro. So like, what are you talking about? Put out what? But this is the engagement of life, and how life and the evolution of things, and how it evolves, and how a lot of things are taken out and putting in. And when it comes to us, period, in all factors, we lose our rituals of just being a culture of people. We lose those and we adapt other rituals and apply them, and they don't mix well, in my opinion. This is just my
No,
opinion.
no. I mean, I agree with you when you say like, okay, you take somebody out, and then after you take them out, there's expectations beyond what you planned for, basically. You know, like, all right, you take a woman, say you take a woman to, you know, Red Lobster, and she decided, oh, I wanted to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, the other end of that is, if you ask her, then she may say, have something to complain about then. Oh, he took me out. You know, he didn't know where to take me. He had to ask me where we was gonna go. That
But
type of
then,
thing.
then again, we still back at the same spot. Because if I ask her, I should be prepared to take her wherever she want to go. Why would I ask her to reach what she want to do, and then she reached this high and I can't do it? Then shut your mouth and just take her where you need to take her to go. Because when you be like, where you want to go, she gonna shoot for the stars. Like, what, nigga? Do this then. Now, oh, you got to shoot fit. I'm trying to be nice. If you want to be nice, take me where, and either I'm gonna appreciate it or I'm not gonna appreciate it. But when you ask me and you give me an option, now that's an option. That's something else put in place. So if I know I got White Castle money, we ain't going to Wendy's, bro. You understand? We ain't going to Red Lobster, we ain't going to Cheesecake Factories. We got to go to the fast food because that's my fast food money. Or I'm going to the supermarket and make it romantic and be like, let me whip you up or something because I
Well,
know
there
my
you
money
go.
now. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. Yeah.
But I'm not going to engage. You can't take a choice from a person when you present it to them, bro.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, I
It's crazy.
definitely agree. I agree that, you can't. Now, on the other end, how about the woman asks the man, like, look, she come to the brother, look, I want to go out to dinner. Now, she basically asked him, like, I want to go out to dinner. Now, in her mind, she expect him to pay. So I would imagine the same thing should apply, what you just said, that she came to him, look, I want to go, I want to go, go to dinner with me. I want to go out to dinner. So in that
Well,
type of aspect, what do you think?
well, see, this is the thing, man. This is where we lose the reality of our culture connection and the responsibility of what is, man. Because if she say I want to go out to dinner, you have to explain right there. Well, I could take you out, but this is what we have to do. See, pretending not and acting like okay, we could go, and then they go, and then you assuming something else. If she asks you, if she says I'm gonna take you out to dinner, her expectations is already she ain't even asking. She said I'm gonna surprise you. You ain't even got no say so. And most of the time you shocked. You like, damn, she brought me here. Just lit. Most of the time. See,
Okay.
those positions switched. Those positions switch, and it's okay. It's okay. That's
No, of
alhamdulillah.
course.
Those positions switch, but at the same time, culturally and well grounded, you still know what you. And even though if she take you out, you still you gotta have your bread, bro. You still gotta have your. Even though like my wife would take me out, I still offer to pay.
Right.
I still
Or
offer to
lead a
pay.
tip. Or lead a
The
tip.
head, yeah, or lead a tip.
Okay.
I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Right.
be this way. This my spot here. You know what I'm saying? I lead a tip. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's
Now,
like
now,
we have to remember that. We have to remember that even though it's never fair game, baby. That's life, man.
yeah.
You know.
Now could now I'm thinking about something else. Now, could the reason be, you know, that a lot of times younger brothers don't have that viewpoint, as you say, you know, your son, my son, will have it because we were around. Now, what about the individuals who were only raised by predominantly women?
Well, I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go. It's like I'm gonna say the generation, you know what I'm saying, all the way around the table. Because even my son was raised like that. What he practiced may be something totally different based on his generation and what he's around in their upcoming. So we gotta remember that, like, and it's just like you said, when it comes to our generation, a lot of our young men was raised without their fathers. So therefore, they only got one side of it. And
Right.
sometimes you be in too much resistance because you're angry because of certain conditions that you can even listen to be the balanced side of it. You're not going to get it. So sometimes, and then the women, when you're around women, you see the dominance of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So now that becomes competitive. You understand? It's like the women be like, I'm teaching him this, but he's gonna be competitive because you're a woman. So he gonna be like, I ain't gonna be like these women. I'm gonna be like this, but you taking on those traits though, and you applying them the wrong way at the wrong time with the wrong gender. With the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we could say like the young how they aspect they won't look at it like that. They won't look at it, but their generation live different and they've been culturally disconnected with how we were connected with this generation being in the house. You got your great grandmother in the house, you got your grandmother in the house, you got your grandfather in the house, you got your uncles coming over every week, you got this, you got family, you got people down the street checking you. They ain't living in that, bro. So they really can't even perceive when you start talking about how things is and we were like that, they can't fathom that, bro. They like, what you talking about? Like, you in another world. Sounds like alien to them. To me. That's my opinion, bro.
Yeah. Now, you said something that, made me think. Like when you said the brothers, you know, when you being raised and you the woman is you know pouring into you, and you mess around and pick up some of the traits from the woman.
Of course.
Now, I'm thinking, you know, this is my opinion, the way I see things, that a lot of the younger generation has picked up the trait of being highly emotional rather than rational and logical. You know, hence, you know, the high murder rate, hence the you know the murder of women. You know, it's a lot of different things that's going on. The physical attacking, and not to say that those things didn't happen in the past, but it's the rate. And you know, I have like a granddaughter that's 26, and she often speaks on when she meet guys, you know, they're too emotional, that it bothers her because they're so emotional and they're not logical, and it throws her off. And she even to the point where she said, and I said something to her about it once she said it to me, that they want to be too affectionate. And I told her that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That, you know what I mean? Now, but when she say they want to argue a lot and fuss a lot, I told her, now that's something that they need to work on. You know what I mean? Arguing and fussing, that's normally usually be the dynamics between, and women normally get that argumentative thing. And they'd probably be mad at me from saying it, but that's my opinion. You know what I mean? And as a man, sometimes you have to be able to overlook that, because face it, women have menstruation, they have different hormones acting
But
up.
as a
So
man in what position though? You feel me? As a man in one position, because okay, so if you go back into what we were saying just now, you said the a lot of young brothers, they get raised by the woman. Okay, so let's put it in perspective. Say for instance, okay, if I'm being raised by a woman, and I'm getting all these emotions, okay,
right,
because that's what they get the emotions. So I'm not getting the other side of it until I hit the street, right?
right.
So even when I hit the street, I'm dangerous because I'm emotional now.
There you go.
Okay.
Right,
But also what plays, man, is a dominance now, a dominant factor, bro. Because young brothers that don't have that, man, they gotta get that. They being raised by the woman, but they gotta place their dominance. You understand? Because let's face it, mostly brothers that's raised by the mom and the aunt, they getting slapped in the head, bro. Treated like a little punk, called a punk all day. You a punk, you gonna be a bull, you gonna be this, you gonna be that. So they got to deal with that. So the dominance come in by controlling. So when another woman be like, like, shut up. No, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't got to do that. Now they don't have the rights of, or they don't get the culturally respect or the ritual of respect, like they have to give the aunt or they have to give the mom or whatever, because if they disrespect, then they get kicked out or whatever, and they got to deal with all these other things. So those emotions are planted in them because nobody, and the women is not telling them how to control their emotions. So those
right,
emotions are being spilt in them, then spilt out into the street. You understand? And so they don't have no one to give them that balance. Because if you look at it, bro, if we take us for instance when we was coming up, right?
right,
I we after when the 80s hit, bro, everybody was ghost. Everybody was basically surviving for self. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was all in. It's all about money right now.
right.
True, real talk, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
Money and materialism.
All
Yeah,
right, but before that, it was the ritual of, yo, you can't talk like that. Even though if the father wasn't there, every man checked the next man.
right, right.
Every
Absolutely.
man checked it. Even the time of 5% nations, the strength of it, right?
Right, right,
Taught the black man. taught black children, taught the child how to carry himself as a child, as a man, and giving respect 360 degrees to the woman, right or wrong.
Yeah. Because it gave the woman the hierarchy of being the earth, of being
And
the
she
queen.
accepted that position. She
Right,
knew her
right,
position.
right.
Who dropped the ball, bro?
I mean, we did.
Okay, then we dropped the ball. So when we
There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. As you
so when
said,
we look
we
at
dropped the
these young
ball.
jokers now, bro, look at yourself and say you did it to them.
Yeah, we dropped the ball. So,
Yeah, we dropped the ball, bro.
I definitely have to accept that, and that's why it's so important for what we're doing now, Peep Game TV and all the other outlets to start pouring in what we didn't, what we kind of got off track with pouring. And as you said, during that time, the '80s, I like to say we went from black medallion, no gold, to gold and all type of everything. We got real materialistic, and it took away a lot of the morals because we start chasing the money. And till this day, we're still chasing the money, the fame, the attention, all of the things that ultimately leave us empty inside. Now you're looking like $1,000,000, but within yourself, you're not worth 1 cent because you haven't been working on the inner being, your spirituality.
But it's like, nah, bro. It's like not everybody, man. It's like you gotta be at some point, bro. Like when we had the opportunity to make a massive amount of money other than going to work on a job and it landed in our neighborhoods. Okay.
Right,
And we took that opportunity. A lot of people dealt with a lot of things, so they forgot a lot of other type of rituals. Like at that time we was doing the rituals of 5% Nation. You feel me? You know
right.
what I'm saying? So then we was hustlers,
Yeah,
straight hustlers, bro. You feel me?
no doubt.
Okay. So then after coming with that, we couldn't apply those rituals. That was a contradiction. You feel me? We couldn't apply those rituals because either you doing this, either you teaching and you doing this, or you doing that because both of them take 100%. So when the babies was watching us go from peace,
Peace,
this,
travel in
that,
harmony, travel in
bro,
harmony, God.
when the baby see us do this, they was like, Then the baby seen us like this and like, yo, get that, did that. Nobody here. This our block. This that. Get this, flip that. Oh, we balling. We this, we that, we this. And that went on for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
That duration. And not saying that, I don't want to take away like it just was on us. Of course, we always have conspiracies of others influencing us to do certain things and to bring us down. But what bring you down, bring you up, bro. It's a lot of brothers that, you know, we went through a lot and we gained a lot from that. And we do apply it and we do try to teach it. And yeah, we may be still chasing the positions that we always wanted, because you're only gonna be defined as what you do in life, huh? That's it.
Absolutely.
So you're gonna still try to achieve that type of success to satisfy you first, instead of others. And I won't say that's a selfish thing. It's just a self preservation, bro. You're just gonna save self so you can save others, and it might be saving others in a different way. So I might go out here on the block and I might get yicky with it, but then at the same time, I'm gonna be raising somebody that don't go out on the block, that don't do that. You understand? So it's like it's how you implement it, bro. So I won't say that we got this way and the young is like this. I say that the young are like they are, bro, because of our generation massively that are played in the same factor as they want to say the conspiracy by the government or whatever, bro. But I still come from the hood, bro. We was on the street, bro. You feel me? And a
Right.
lot of them decisions that was made, bro, I'll be 100 with you, man. We might have fell into them later when we reached, and the policies had to kick in because now we had to deal with this and we had to deal with lawyers. So now these policies kick in. But when them policies wasn't kicking in, nigga, it was straight street, bro. So it was our decision. It was what we was doing and what they seen. So we didn't give them knowledge, born understanding. We didn't get them that, bro. All we gave them was crack, cocaine, dope. Nigga, that's what we get. That's what they inherited from us, bro. And at the same time, we still knowledge born. And not everybody, mind you, bro. This is only my opinion and where I'm at. You feel me? Where I come from, bro. I'm not where everybody come from. It's different. You feel me?
Right.
But
Right.
where I
Right.
came from, bro, niggas just went and did them. And they
Right.
wasn't given knowledge, wisdom, understanding. At a time, you would sit down to a little one, like they sat down with us, and you'd be like, "Yo, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that." Boom, 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 boom. And I'm trying to tell you, bro. But at that time, they like, "Nigga, I want to eat like you. You eating right now."
Yeah. And all right. Let's. I want to
I
look at
might
it
be
from.
getting off the subject a little bit, so I'm gonna fall
No.
back.
No. No. That's cool. That's cool. I want to look at it from a view, like, because you said that, when we got out there, we kind of just left the 5% alone, and we came to hustlers.
Some of
Yeah,
us, some of us.
yeah. So right, but remember, prior to 5%ers, we were already hustling. It just the crack did a different number on it because the money came so quickly
Hold, hold,
and it
hold, hold.
came so plentiful.
But the crack came after you was a 5%er, bro.
The crack. This is what I'm
So
saying.
why
But
didn't you
but
apply your rituals then, Nick?
but I did. I did to some extent because look, one thing I wouldn't do, I wouldn't sell to pregnant women. I wouldn't take food stamps.
Hold up, bro. Come on, yo,
No,
bro.
so
Yo,
listen.
yo. Okay,
So
listen, bro.
so
You
so
know that's like saying a cop going, I'll shoot a nigga, but I'm not just gonna shoot him in the back. When you doing it, Ock, you doing it. You have your morals to do it in your levels, but it's still wrong, bro.
I
So
mean,
we can't
no,
we,
no.
we can't we can't
I'm not.
justify
But
that,
hold up.
but we can't use an example like that
No,
and
no.
go,
Listen what I'm saying. You misunderstanding the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to say that it was the right thing to do because after looking at the the carnage from it, of course I know it wasn't the right thing to do because of the carnage and the damage that it caused. Of course I know that. However, what I'm saying is the fact that okay, the drive, the purpose of getting into it, you can do a thing with good intentions that don't necessarily turn out good or the way
but
you would
them
have
good
liked it to happen.
intentions are selfish intentions, bro. They're only for yourself.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you know when we started, okay, let's they're going to hear about some of this in the in the documentary. Okay, like at 12, 13, selling weed. You know what I mean? So at 12, 13, you're unable to work. You couldn't get a job. Now you want money in your pocket. You like me. You had a number of siblings, so you couldn't run to your mom talk about, "Mom, I want these brand new Pro Kids. I want these brand new plaids." You couldn't really, run it, and so we made a decision trying to be independent, not
Right.
really wanting to
Okay.
rely on our mom for certain things. So we made a decision. So we decided to start. Okay, we started dibbling and dabbling, hustling. So it wasn't done out of malice. It wasn't saying when we started doing it, we didn't start saying, "Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to devastate our community and we're doing this because we don't have no love for our community," the way many people look at people that sell drugs. And that wasn't it. So I want to clarify that. I want people to understand that a person that deals drugs is not the worst person in the world, and you don't
No,
know
they're
the
not,
person's
bro. But we
situation.
also gotta understand this, bro, because we grown men now.
Go
See,
ahead.
back then you didn't understand because
Absolutely.
You didn't. You actually you didn't really want to understand because you had an opportunity to be in a different position than anybody else in your family, and you was on the front line, and you was just doing it like that.
Right,
Period. You feel me? You create your. We didn't pay mortgages with that money. You know,
right,
not everybody. Some people
right,
did.
right,
Some
right,
people helped their moms out, got houses and whatever. You feel
right,
me? Some
right.
people did. So I'm not taking that away from them. But at the end of the day, bro, it's still like no matter what, it's like I'm gonna use this as an example. You might have didn't sell to a pregnant female any crack or cocaine, but you sold to a nigga. Nigga go home and get it to her. Same shit, bro. Pardon my
Okay,
language. I'm sorry.
okay. I
Same
mean,
thing,
hey,
bro.
bro, let your words
Same,
flow, bro. I don't want to put a
Am I right
bridle
or wrong?
on you.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Bro.
it's
But for your
semantics.
conscience,
It becomes
but for
semantics.
this
Right,
is what
my
I'm saying.
conscience is clean. Right,
See,
put it
your
that way.
conscience is clean because
Right,
it's
I
like,
can
yo,
sleep
I
at night.
wouldn't do that, but this nigga, oh, what he do is I him. You still responsible for that, bro.
I mean,
And this
now,
is where we drop the ball at. This is where we drop the ball at,
right,
bro.
and
This
I'm
is where
not,
we jump it.
I'm not ignoring that fact. However, during that time, that's where I was mentally, and I got the opportunity to evolve from that. Now we have to be mindful of what we see now, and individuals, because we went through what we went through, I would think we have a clearer understanding on the mindset of younger individuals who are doing it because we went through it and
Well,
we understood what caused us to do it. And listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying what they're doing or how they're doing it is correct or that they even should be doing it at all. Because at this point, there's more opportunities available than there were then.
well, of
There are
course.
plenty more opportunities.
That game is all what that game is all legal now anyway. So it's just that game is like it's a wrap. You feel me? You'll the things the things that we went through. I don't think they won't see dollars like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like but they living in a different time, bro. Different era, bro. Like we lived at a time like mad gangs, bro. You feel me? Like don't act like we ain't had gangs, bro. Gangs was always there, bro.
I mean,
But
what were they gangs or
we didn't
were they
have the
gangs or were they
shootings.
crews?
We didn't have the shootings. We didn't have the killings, which that's a part of the separation of a patient's of emotions that they going through that they don't want to that they can't accept that fact because life's teaching them that they don't have to. So life teaching them like you ain't gotta accept that loss, nigga. You go handle that. You ain't don't that nigga ain't gotta live the laugh or in your face no more because of the emotional roller coaster that they're going through. So that's how they cope. Their coping skills is like I'm gonna eliminate this or because I'm gonna tell you, bro. Keep it 100 with you, bro. You can't tell me the kids is other than what they is when they get bro when they big homie tell them to go do something they go do it so they ain't like they ain't disciplined. It don't like they don't listen. It don't like they
No,
don't
no,
listen,
no,
bro.
no. I'm not.
so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so
So
we ain't talking about kids like oh they don't listen they hard-headed. Nah, bro, they well aware they live in a whole different world, bro. Period.
okay.
And that's our fault, bro. That's our fault, our generation fault, bro. You feel me?
No,
Because if we
no.
on
I
the front
accept that.
line and we don't control the babies, remember, bro, what was the main course
Say the
of being a
babies.
five
Say the
percenter?
babies.
Exactly.
Say the
But what
babies.
happened to
Yeah,
us? Everybody want to eat. Everybody
yeah.
want to
Say the
bling out.
babies. Say the
Everybody want to do
babies.
this and that.
Right.
Everybody want to be like this and like that. And I want, oh, I'm this and that. I'm making this, I'm making that, which was cool. I mean, like I said, bro, everybody make their own choices. But we can't, we look at nowadays, bro, and we go, oh, this the government, the conspiracy, nigga. We make choices, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we make choices. Okay. Let you mentioned conspiracies and government. Okay. Let's examine how the crack came on the scene. The crack came on the scene. Richard Pryor, you know, was at the top of his game. You know, he's an icon, a legend now, and many comedians have took something from Richard Pryor. Now, Richard Pryor, live on Sunset Strip. Prior to that, what did we hear? Richard Pryor burns himself up basing. Right? Now, this is something people, a person people looking up to. He gets caught up basing. He burns his whole body up basing. This is what they put out. Now, shortly after that, the crack hits the scene, because first is basing, crack hits the scene at super high levels. Many of us, cocaine, poppy. Oh, hold on. Let me finish. The poppy seeds don't grow, far as I know. Poppy seeds ain't growing anywhere in this land. All right. So poppy seeds are being brought over here to make the cocaine. Now you got the cocaine. So now it's in the so-called urban area. It's in the urban area. Now, my personal belief that it was more than a conspiracy, because the conspiracy is something that it's like there's no real, you just thinking about it, it's really no proof. It was a determined idea to put something in motion that would cause a setback that ultimately would lead to where it's at. And you can, and any person who's a sociologist can sit down and put together something and know the results of what's going to happen prior to doing.
Who sold cocaine and crack in your area on the corners, bro? Who sold it?
Of
the
course.
Government sold it, bro?
Of course.
Did the government sell it?
Okay.
Did the government
So
did the government, yes or no?
They
did
didn't.
the government
No, they didn't.
Right,
no, hold. They didn't. But this is similar to what you said with me. This is like what you said with me. Okay, because the government didn't sell it, or because I didn't give it to the woman and I gave it to her man, I was just as guilty. This is what you said to me. So because the government didn't sell it and they put it in the neighborhood, they're just as guilty. They're just as guilty.
Okay, let me give it to you like this.
That's my view.
This one, I'm gonna give it to you like this.
That's my view.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you like this. In like, what was that? In 88, 89, 88, 88, 87, 89. Okay. The Nation of Islam, right?
Okay.
They used to march through the city, right? Go on the projects, everything, bro. Combat boot down. Right? Check you real quick, bro, for doing anything. Right?
Okay.
5% nation, very strong in our city, right?
Right.
Check you real quick for doing anything. Right? The control of the streets was in our hands. Period. Okay, look, I'm gonna show you. Did you or did you not allow niggas to come on the block, bro? Yes or no?
No.
Okay then, bro. So therefore, man, and listen,
go ahead.
Our choice. Did we drop the ball, bro? Our choice.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not.
The government doing stuff right now, bro. So
I'm not negating the part that.
But so you
I
can't
won't neglect the part that we dropped the ball. I accept that responsibility.
But you saying like, okay, but because they put it here and they made it come over here, but bro, we made a choice because we seen a come up. Everybody did.
And okay, they had to determine. Okay, let's look at it now. Let's look at it. Let's bring it up now. Okay, you got young cats on the street. You know, not even on the street. Like family. Okay, family still dealing with the aftermath of the crack era. You still have some people still getting high.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now, these individuals got children. Their children struggling. Now, their children get offered a deal. You know what I mean? Get offered a deal to talk about what they see, basically. You know, why wouldn't they take it? They're good. So it's similar to what you're saying. Like at the end of the day, if you're in a position of need and something is there to meet that need, then 9 out of 10 times you're gonna jump on it. And
And why
that
why
that's
why
that
why 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 do they jump on it?
they jump on it.
They didn't
They
have the
jump on
option
it.
what we had. They didn't have the first of all, they didn't have the option what we had because when we was coming up, we came up in under generations and households, bro. We came under a group of men that held it down and women that respected those men, bro. That's what we came up under, bro. They didn't come up under that, bro. So therefore, when we made the decision to go out there and march and do whatever, bro, that was our decision, bro. We chose that. You didn't come from a spot like that. I didn't come from a spot like that, bro. We could have been like hooly college kids and go and do what we had to do, bro, with the
Absolutely.
American opportunity. But we chose to
Yeah.
do what we did. We chose that. Our family wasn't out there with us in the street, bro.
Right.
They wasn't doing that.
Right.
We ain't need that for them. So we made that, but these ones don't have that choice, bro. They don't have that choice we had, bro, because the generation that was before us taught us, educated us, showed us, knocked us down when we was gonna go do something. No, you ain't doing that. We ain't do that, bro. We ain't do that. We flashed in front of
And
them.
okay,
We
so
flashed in front of them like, look, you want
okay.
this? You want this? That's what we
Right.
did,
No,
bro.
I listen, I
So the
agree with
condition
you.
of the generation after that generation and after that generation, I understand because when my kids is coming up and I'm looking at the kids with them and I'm understanding what they're going through and the emotional roller coasters and everything, and I'm like, yo, yeah, we dropped the ball because they don't got they ain't come from a family, like, they ain't do like this, and the comparison, they feel so much for them, they want to pretend that they didn't come from a family. That's heavy.
Yeah.
They want to make them feel so comfortable that they act like they didn't come from a mother and father and a good family too. Just
Right.
so I can make them feel comfortable. And I can understand what level they on. Bro, we dropped that damn ball.
No,
Period.
so I mean we dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I
So how you
don't.
pick it up and bounce it and get a
So
and
so
throw it
so
through the
so
hoop?
what? Right. So that's it. Right now we know we dropped the ball. So how do we repair what we didn't do at the time? We still around. We still 10 toes above ground. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
the first thing is that you accept that you dropped the ball, but one thing you got to deal with, bro, and what we have to do. Me personally, I think, man, stop pointing the finger like the kids are so bad when we engage bad into them. We allow everything, television, entertainment, everything to incorporate this to be embedded in them and don't say nothing, but on the sideline going, oh, they're doing this and all that. Nigga, do something about it then.
Okay.
You don't stop it, but you want to huddle up about it. Then shut up and let people live their life, bro. Like, we always want to talk about something like how it is that, they like this. How they got like that because y'all niggas ain't say nothing about people implementing it. Ain't nobody making no moves, rushing on no block, taking niggas out and going, yo, y'all ain't doing that. Ain't that? Where's that, bro? Where's that?
I
It ain't
mean,
happening, bro.
there was a time I was a part of an organization where we were going out there. We weren't going out there with the weapons, but we were going out there striving to part of the brothers organization in Patterson. So there are individuals who are doing it. There are individuals
Bro, not for
who are
nothing.
putting
And
the
I
work.
respected y'all movement and I respected it. And alhamdulillah, bro. We much older now. I
Right.
said it then. And I think when you got to hit a nail head on, you got to hit it head on, bro. You feel me? Because it's like, this is what we used to. And this is what I used to tell y'all, bro. It's the same thing as the civil rights. We want to march and we want to ask for shit when we should be make a move, man. Make it happen. Make it happen. Doing that, don't do this, do that, do that. We got slapped up, bro. Now, we don't want to slap. No, we can't approach them like that. That's the problem, bro. So now Now you don't approach them like that, and they dealing with an emotional roller coaster. They gonna let you have it, bro.
All right. So
They
what you
gonna let you
say?
have it.
So hold up. So hold
Now
up.
I'm
Let me
not
make.
saying going out there and attacking our children
Oh,
and and,
oh,
and, and,
okay.
and and taking niggas out. I'm not
Oh,
saying that.
okay. All right. That's
I'm
what I was
saying
ready to say. You go.
I'm
You talking
saying
about going and gun butting the Joker and say
I'm
smack him
saying if
upside the
I'm
head
if
with the
I'm
gun or
if I'm
something.
gonna approach a situation, bro, I'm gonna approach it just like the situation is. So if the situation is ugly, I'm approaching it ugly. I'm not coming here if the situation is already ugly. So I gotta eliminate the ugliness out of the situation. Period.
So you still so basically you still kind of saying, all right, 9 out of 10, at least I would say 8 out of 10 young cats strapped. So if we approaching it ugly,
But
then we
they
coming out there
why are
strapped.
they strapped? Is they strapped to kill you or they strapped because they scared?
I would say they scared
Or is
because
they
they don't know.
strapped because they curious? Or is they
I mean,
strapped just because they being influenced?
I mean,
Or is they strapped because it's a trending
it's a
thing?
number of different reasons. It's a
All
number of
right then.
different reasons.
That's not
So
the bro. Let me tell you, you know
go
the
ahead.
ugliness. You can see it, bro. You feel me? When you approach ugliness and when you go out there, bro, and you approaching something ugly, bro, and they know you're ugly, bro. They know it. So you don't that innocent don't get involved with that, bro. They don't get involved with that, bro. You know what's ugly, and they know they can tell when ugly is approaching them, bro. That's all to it, man. And you can identify, bro. You know these. You can tell, man. You've been out in the street too long, nigga. You can tell, bro. You can identify who's
Yeah.
giving what, and who's who, and not everything, bro. I know young brothers, man, that's strong in their spot, bro. And not for nothing, bro. With their whole clique, with their big homies, with everything, and they doing things good. Niggas is getting put into programs, going to school, and they doing things. Everybody ain't ugly and bad just because we think that. But we have to protect the circle. We didn't protect our circle. So we can't complain about them protecting the circle. Just because this is what they dealt, this is what they got. We had more, they got less. And this is what they got to deal with. They got to deal with more individuals hating them than we had to deal with.
Okay. All right. So let's look
Individuals
at it
hating
this
us,
way.
bro.
When you say, all right, now on one end, I can't totally agree with what you said when you said
Of course you
we
can.
had more and they had less. Now, in some areas where you said, okay, the area where you said we had individuals who were there for us far as neighborhood. The neighborhood wasn't just the hood, it was the neighborhood. We
Right.
had that. Okay.
Okay.
Now that I we had. I agree that that's something that they don't have because the connection now between a neighbor, you don't even know your next door neighbor at this point. All right.
Or you just don't deal with them.
Right. So
Yeah. It's
now,
life.
as far as opportunities, there are more opportunities, I would say, than we had. So it's
Of
still
course.
right. So there now, like you said, we made decisions. They're making decisions, but they're making decisions based on the information that they have at this time or at the time that they make the decision. Similar to us making the decision based on the information that we had at the time. And remember, we grew up around hustlers. We grew up with around cats running numbers, driving around in Cadillacs. We grew up with people that look like us owning businesses. So we grew up in a real good time. I think it was a good time for us culturally. However, as I said, I'm not trying to glorify what I did. I'm not even trying to justify what I did. I'm just trying to shine light and connect based on what we did, based on what's going on now, how it's intertwined. Basically, like you said, we dropped the ball, so this was a result of us dropping the ball. I accept full responsibility for that. And it's about doing something that can connect back to the youth or those now with the power. As you said, that the big homie gets to tell the young cat, look, go murder that nigga. You know what I mean? Now, at the point when I was the
Or
big
he tell
homie,
him to go to school. Wait, or he tell him to go to school.
I mean, I'm saying
But I'm
either
saying, but like,
all right,
see, that's the narrative. It's like, soon as you say that, you affiliated. He tell him to go murder somebody. Some of them little niggas just go out on their own and do what they not supposed to be doing. Period. Because they
okay.
disobedient. So sometimes, bro, how about the big
All
homie
right.
saying
So okay. So
something
now
different
so
than
so
something
now
negative
so
all the time, bro?
okay. So now this is what I'm saying. So what we're striving to do, this is to the big homies. You know, the big homies, as you said, they need to be. If as you said, if you got the ones that are disciplined, the ones that will listen, guide them in the right direction. If you're the big homie, then guide them in the right direction. Don't put a gun in their hand. Put a book in their hand. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not. We had all I
See,
want to do
that
is
you gotta listen to what you saying. You
what?
talking about 2024, bro. You feel me? We gotta be realistic, man.
But what
Like,
you just said. Hold up. Hold up. Let me
listen.
stop you right there.
But
Let
look.
me stop you
I'm
right
not.
there. You just
But I'm
said.
not
You
going.
just.
I'm not going. Hey, put a book in his hand. I'm like, yo, yeah,
I'm not.
guide them to the right. Guide them to the right
I
thing. But
mean,
let's.
that's
But
that's a
look, when you say,
figurative expression. That's a
but
figurative
yeah, but
expression.
that expression has to meet with the reality of where they head level at, bro. See, we
A
speak a
book,
different
okay.
language.
A
We
book
got to
means
speak the language that they can understand. Because when you start talking like that, and if they listening, bro, they going, where this nigga talking about? You feel me? Like, because, bro, they struggling in the street. They at warfare. They on the front line. You feel me? So we got to be like, your option is better. It can lead to a book, but the language to lead them to the book got to be realistic that they can hear
okay.
it.
So what to put in their hand? Tell me what to put in their hand. What should I have said? You since you got the answer. What should I have said other than a book? What is the language I should have used? What is the word I should have used?
Hey, maybe you shouldn't just use that in the as put this in their hand. The big homie, look, continue with the big homie to steer them right in the right direction, so they
Right,
can recognize who is their own people culturally. Who is their
right.
own people? Who is are when you blasting? Is you really blasting your enemy? Is you really blasting your enemy? Because who is your enemy? To what? What is your enemy? Is your enemy making policies to trap you for the rest of your life and your children and so forth and so forth? Is your enemy doing that? Is your enemy taking every right from everything you ever had or you can ever do? Is your enemy doing that? Or is your enemy just
In the
what
same
is your
boat as
enemy
you in.
doing?
In the same situation you
In the
in.
same situation you in. See,
Right.
the reality of what we supposed to have did then is embed in them the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So now, yes, we have a lot of things that's going on with a lot of brothers, and they giving that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Alhamdulillah, everybody's rising and saying, listen, we must put this on the platform, and we got to do this, and we still have to understand that the day functions and everything still go on. And the big influencer still have a big influence over the content and the trending things that we see they engage in because they think that if I indulge in this, this is a trending thing. So they make it seem like it's a trending thing. Not real the reality of it's a life thing. I'm in a
Okay.
life situation that changes me forever.
Right.
My
Right.
outcome.
Okay.
You understand? So
No,
now,
I do understand.
and I dealt with brothers that they was told to do this, and they say I don't do that. I don't do that. They ain't, a lot of people ain't just squash them out, and they like okay, if you don't do it, bro, you do this. Okay, alhamdulillah. This is what you got to do, though. This is what you do. If you stay in this lane, because even amongst everybody, you have some negotiators, you have some killers. You have
Right.
some people that do finance. You have some people that do this. Everybody ain't made for. So I'm not gonna send a financial accountant to do a job like this, or this person to do this job. You got to find the right soldiers to put in the right place to make sure, and those soldiers are obedient to or disciplined to whatever situation go. I'm just speculating, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying,
Well,
like,
I mean, we neither one of us exactly know except for what we observe. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So basically, based on observation, you know, at the end of the day, going back to when we were coming up, okay, no matter what I was striving to do, like to me, I believe I was giving individuals good information, good guidance. Now, did everybody take it? No. So I hear what you're saying, that no matter, even if the big homie on some, you know, unify us and we one team, we're no longer the opposition. No matter what color flag we represent, we still one team. You're still going to have individuals that'll probably go contrary to that. However, but
Why you think you got so many sets now? Why you think it's so many, bro? Everybody developed their own situation based on their own decision, their own desires, their own uh everybody's basing on their own self-savior. Like, how do we save ourselves? We gonna disattach from this one, we gonna do this. It's disorganized. But let me tell you, it's disorganized. We seen it. We seen it from back in the day with all the things that was going on all over the world. We dropped the damn ball. It's hard to get that ball back, bro. It's
man,
like you got to create another life, or you got to go into the lifestyle they're living and understand what their needs and their wants, and their perception of what they see. You got to understand that in order to engage in that and try to steer them in another direction and show them. It has to be results. Niggas don't want to hear nothing because they don't even have the patience or the tolerance for a long. They instant gratification. They gotta have it right now. They gotta see it right now. So what has to be in place, and it's the reality. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait till we process this and we go through that and we go through that, because life has them as instant gratification. If you think about it, if you want it, you could go get it. It's supposed to happen tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So that patience thing, they don't have. So now we have to know how to approach them and understand where they at with all the influencing and the manipulation, to how they got there and where they
well,
want to be.
we know how they got there. We know how they got there. We've been speaking about how they got there just about, the majority of the conversation. The thing is, it's just a matter of reconnecting, reconnecting with the proper individuals, and getting those individuals to connect with the other individuals. Because as you said, there's different there's different positions. Everybody got a different position. Everybody plays a different position. So we what we don't want to do is do what has been done to our culture for a number of years. Individuals who has nothing to do with our culture making decisions based on what they think it should be and how it should be. We definitely don't want to do that.
Or
What
we don't want individuals that have no street life at all telling us, or telling them, like, some fantasy that's not street. How I'ma connect with you, bro? It's like, this is the reality of it.
right? I
You
mean,
understand?
yeah,
It's
the
like
rea-
you coming in and you going, I understand your situation, and I mean, and I'm going, well, you don't know where I live at, bro. This is what we go through, and this is how it is. And you going, well, I haven't went through that, but I understand. What? Like, how do you understand if you ain't go through it?
well, I mean, if
You
you
understand the
take it
text
there,
of it. You
no, right? The
understand the
text,
text of
right?
it.
Actually,
Okay, you
absolutely,
understand the text,
the
and
text and
then
stuff.
psychology behind it,
Right,
or the philosophy behind it. That's
right,
what you understand.
right.
But you're not understanding the action,
The life experience. You don't
the
have the
life
life experience of it.
experience.
Right,
You
right.
feel
And
me?
that's
And that's
right.
a whole different toll. That's a whole different dynamic.
Right. And we're gonna close with this. We're gonna close with this. As you said, that we have multiple individuals. And my what I would want any of them to get is that we all have a position to play. If we see ourselves as one team and we all have a position to play, even the individual who never touched who never touched down on the street has a part to play, as well as the ones who are on the street. And if we bring it all together, then that's the answer. That's how we fix what's wrong, because
Interesting.
we can't leave nobody out, because everybody's input is important, because what's going on affects us all.
I
So
agree 100%. I
yeah,
agree
so
100%.
yeah, so we'll end it with that, man. Until next week, man. It's been a pleasure having you, brother. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
thanks for having me, man. I go, of course, I know you had something else engaged, man. I go from the hip,
Yeah,
man. It
yeah.
is what it is, baby.
But we do it again, man. Because it's needed, man. It's needed. As you said, we dropped the ball. We accept responsibility that we dropped the ball. And the only way, if you fumble, what do they tell you to do? Recover the ball.
Recover
You
the
got to
ball.
recover the ball. So we fumble, we got to recover the ball and run a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? We got
That's
to
it,
recover the ball. That's it. You
That's it.
dig? All right.
Yo, man, I need you to do one thing for me, bro.
What's that, brother?
I need you to go to sunflowerroastmastercoffee.com and order some coffee from Sunflower Master Roast Coffee, bro.
You got
You
it,
won't
brother.
you won't
And
regret it.
all of you who watching it, do that too. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with any and everyone you know. And leave comments, so that we can address your comments next week. All right? Until next time, ShaDee, Rahking, Dohunne out, and Big Moose,
Big Muss in the house. Peace.
my right hand man, 100 grand.
Hey, I hear you, baby.